So, we now have a quarterback coach vacancy on the Cincinnati Bengals because of the fact that Dan Pitcher is now our OC. And after many phone calls, text messages, emails, mailing pigeons. What do you call those things? Yeah. I didn't get the job. I didn't. Apparently just saying that you can throw the football over a mountain doesn't qualify you as a quarterback coach, even though I'm pretty sure and the quarterback who could do that would be a great coach. No, guys, we have a quarterback coach job available. And it's pretty obvious who's going to get it. It's Brad, because he was actually our assistant quarterback coach this year. Now, if you don't know who Brad was, he's been on this roster, on this coaching staff for the last 5 seasons. And just this year, he actually went up to the assistant quarterback coach. So now he's officially in the spot where he knows what he's doing and he can just take right over. Before this, for 4 seasons, he was our assistant wide receiver coach. So now he is able to just kind of transition over to the quarterback coach department. And he's heavily qualified for this job. He did go ahead and he was the offense assistant for the Bengals in 2019 and 2020. He was the assistant wide receiver coach in 2021 and 2022. Going down here, he actually was a former quarterback in college. He was starter quarterback at Holland High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Then he went ahead and played for the Idaho State Bengals before transferring to LSU, where his dad was a quarterback coach at the time and walking on as a quarterback. Brad was a Tigers holder for all field goals and point after attempts in 2014 and 2015. As a senior at LSU, he was part of the 2015 highlights many Tiger fans remember fondly. Brad threw a backward pass to kicker Trent Dominique on a fake field goal, and Dominique ran 16 yards for the go-ahead score in a 35-28 win against Florida. Yeah, this is him. This is the guy they chose over me. After 2 seasons working with Utah State receivers, Brad returned to his alma mater of LSU in 2018, Burrow's first season with the Tigers. After transferring from Ohio State, Brad served as an offensive assistant or analyst that season for the Tigers. In 2019, Brad joined the Bengals and Burrow won the Heisman Trophy and a Natty. And as Zach Taylor has said, Brad does a great job, Taylor said. He has been here for 5 years, and I want to put more on his plate really every week. He always answers the bell. One thing I do love about the Bengals is their ability to promote from within. You know, it's like kind of instead of going out there and outsourcing to another random person that you don't know if they're going to work out with you, if they're going to be successful with you, it works out very well to just promote from within. Can you know who's on your roster, right? You know the guys that are on your coaching staff, whether they're good, bad, you know the weaknesses, you know what they're good at, what they're bad at, and you're able to really, what's what I'm thinking about? You're able to determine how they're progressing in what you need them to do, right? Because if you've seen this guy for 5 seasons, you're like, okay, I know what he's good at and I know what he's not good at. So if I make him the quarterback coach and he's struggling in A, B, C, and D, well, I knew he was going to struggle in those things. Now I know how to help him and move him forward in this certain direction. They know his personality. They know his behaviors. They know his tendencies. These are all things that you have to learn from a person over time, right? So instead of having to learn from a brand new person, you already know, okay, well, this guy can do A, B, C, D, E, F, G right. And obviously, as a quarterback coach, he's a quarterback coach for Joe Burrow. It's not like he has to go out there and become the best quarterback coach of all time, okay? When you got Joe Burrow as you're the coach for, just do your damn job, and you should be fine. Joe's going to take care of the rest. Pretty much, Joe will take care of the rest. You just do your job. Now, Dan Pitcher, when he was our quarterback coach, was also giving his input on third down plays. As I think somebody commented down below and said that in the comment section. So that's interesting. And again, so it's more than just like sitting there and being a cheerleader for the quarterback. Obviously, a quarterback coach is a very important job and a very important position. No matter who you are, wide receiver coach, quarterback coach, it doesn't matter. Your job is to sit there and do A, B, C, D, E, F, G. They give you a whole list of things to do, and you got to do it to a high perfection. So I wonder if Dan Pitcher is going to kind of do that same concept where they look toward, potentially Brad here for some third down looks or third down plays or some ideas. One thing I do love about Zach Taylor, and he said this before, that, he likes to keep his room of coaches with different thinking and different mindsets. This way that not everyone's just going to agree to everything and have the same mind. He likes to have different viewpoints. And that's something that, he does a really good job at when it comes to coaching, is looking at different person's point of views and kind of trying to make a final decision. So that also might be why we saw Dan Pitcher get so many, like, hey man, what do you think of this? What do you think of that? What do you think of this? Potentially Brad could also be in that same department. So I'm happy for Brad. All jokes aside, I did not actually apply for the quarterback coach, okay? That was a funny joke, cold open joke, okay? You always know I gotta throw those Hail Marys in there. Now, if Zach does want to go ahead and hire me for any coaching spot, I think I'm qualified for ball boy. Maybe. Potentially. If I can record it, I will do it. If I can live stream for the sideline, I will do it. No, on the real note, though, Zach Taylor's doing a great job here, and I'm excited for Dan Pitcher as OC. I know I make jokes that he's going to be on the sideline sipping a juice box, and just saying, "Can I call the screen now?" But at the same time, though, I'm excited to see how Dan Pitcher, what he brings to the table, what he can bring to the table for us, and I'm excited for something new. I really am. At the end of the day, we had Brian Callahan for the last 5 seasons, and I love Brian Callahan, I do, but our offense has been struggling, right? I feel like we need something new in here, some creative ideas, some new ideas, and this is exactly what we're getting here. I wish him the best of luck in Tennessee, but let's get it going in Cincinnati now, man. Hoo day forever, hoo day out.